Hey guys, Editing Omni here real quick. I just want to apologize for the delay in this. We're still going to stay on track with the plan that we had for the bear. I'm going to try to at least, as this video itself is late, but I'll still have, I think I'm still going to try to get the final 2 episodes to make up for that out in the subsequent week to try to kind of round that out, have us close out before the end of the year rather than kind of bleeding over into. Now, with the poll itself, for the show that's going to be replacing this, I'm still going to let that run until those final 2 episodes release. And I probably won't start it until February. It being the holidays and whatnot, I really want to just kind of try to pull back just a little bit, and I apologize. It's just something I feel like I kind of need to do. And I think it's also appropriate for the show that is definitely leading the race at the moment to have that come out in February. Hope you guys understand, and I apologize, and hopefully from here it'll be smooth sailing for a little while. I don't have anything on the books until April, at least right now. Thank you all for your patience. Hope you all have a good holiday. With that said, let's get ready to hop into this video, man. Hey guys, I'm here. Welcome back for episode 8 of season 3 of The Bear. Let's get ready to hop in. If you want to see the full length reaction, as always, you can check it out over on Patreon, or if you become a member of the channel, get you access as well. It is a watch-along format, so you will need your own footage to sync up the time codes for actually the entire episode. Over there, you get the same thing for all the other shows and movies we cover on the channel. You also get to suggest and vote on movies to react to each month. It's just a great way to support the channel, help us do the things we do over here. But at the end of the day, I really appreciate if you enjoy this reaction. To at least leave a like, drop a comment, subscribe if you're not already. And with that all sent out of the way, let's go ahead and hop into episode 8, Ice Chips. Here we go.
Call Pete. Calling Pete.
She's still trying to drive herself? I would have called a damn ambulance or something.
Calling Sydney. Your call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message.
Oh my god.
Call Carmi. Calling Carmi.
What the fuck?
Mm.
Goddamn phone.
Oh.
Come on. Call Richie.
Calling Richie. Is not available.
Oh my god.
Call Claire.
Calling the bear.
No.
Oh, you dumb AI bitch.
Hug. Please, please, please.
I like that she was going to call Claire.
Fuck you, Seafoam.
Dude, not that it would help, but it'd be better than what you're doing is an ambulance, because they have to at least get out of the way. I mean, it's shitty. The bill on top of everything would suck balls, but come on.
Call Mom.
Calling
Oh.
Mom.
Honey, I'm right here.
Oh.
No, you must I'm begging you, sweetheart. You must.
Mom, I need the baby to come into a calm and relatively normal environment, which I know is like fucking beyond foreign to you. I'm begging you for this ultra-specific time to please, for the love of fucking Mother of fucking Christ, just chill the goddamn fuck out. Okay. Thank you. What are you doing, Mom? Coaching?
Just coaching. You must breathe,
No,
Natalie.
this is stressing
Yes, you
me
have to
out.
breathe. No, it's calming you down.
No, it's not.
It is. It's calming
Stop.
you down.
It's not
breathe.
calming me down. You
Heave.
see me. I'm not
Heave.
calm.
You are.
Okay,
Heave.
you are gonna make me throw up.
No, I'm not gonna make you throw up.
Oh
Giving
my
birth is gonna make you throw up.
God.
Christ,
Honey, just
please
breathe.
stop.
Just trust me.
Please
breathe.
stop.
Heave.
I am fucking
Heave.
breathing.
Heave.
I wouldn't be alive.
Heave. Heave.
Shut the fuck up.
Oh my god.
Hey, Natalie Brazato, can you confirm your birthday is 11/10/88?
I'm older than
All right,
her.
Natalie.
Natural. And I would prefer to avoid an enema or excessive shaving of pubic hair. I want to be able to move around and switch positions while I'm in labor. And can we dim these lights?
Yeah, we can.
Okay, great. And do you have music?
Yes.
So that the baby comes into something really good and.
Okay, so no epidural.
No.
Okay. Whoa. Natalie.
No.
Natalie.
Stop.
What? I'm sorry. Are you out of your fucking mind?
Don't.
Natalie, are you out of your fucking mind?
Why not see if I can withstand the pain? I don't know what it's gonna be.
Well, I know what it's gonna be.
Do you? Is that right?
Yeah, I have done it 3 times.
Yeah, thanks.
Either of you like a water?
Yes, that'd be so good, because there's coffee. Actually, can you take the coffee? Because it's no, seriously, because it's cold. I would love water. Thank you.
Thank you. Yes,
All right,
I
be
would
back in a
also
Oh my
like a
God.
Okay,
water.
good.
Yeah.
Good God.
Thank you. Natalie, you do whatever you want. I'm just telling you, as someone who's been around the block, this particular block hurts like a motherfucking son of a bitch. But you do whatever you want.
But if it does get bad, and I do decide that I'm gonna tell them that I'm gonna get the epidural and.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, whatever you want.
Oh my God. Whatever you want. Do what you want. Is psyching her out of it, I feel like.
So where were you going?
I was going to get paper towels.
Restaurants have to have paper towels.
Where were you going?
I was getting my hair done.
I'm sorry.
Natalie, come on. There's no place I'd rather be.
Well, thank you for meeting me.
Well, thank you for asking me.
No.
I will tell you, I was a little surprised.
You were quite literally the only person that would pick up.
It's coming.
No.
It's coming.
Breathe. He. Come on. He.
Stop.
Come on. He.
Stop doing that.
No. He.
He.
Yes, come on. He.
You gotta mean it.
Fucking words. Come on. He. See, there. Whoa. Slow it down. There you go. There you go. See, it works.
Yeah.
Yes, see, it works.
Thank you.
I didn't know what else to do. I remember it was so cold. Vividly remember feeling like really good and strong, you know? And then the pain would hit and kicked my ass. It was like a shooting star through my entire being. And I remember I would stop and pause and like hold on to a
Just like whatever's.
no, you know, the parking meter or the street
yeah.
sign. And then it would pass. And then I got to the hospital and I literally shouted, it was like, hello, drugs, hello, please give me drugs. Like, give me the drugs. And then, you know, Michael was born. Somehow, I guess he had gotten sort of twisted up inside there right up until the last minute. It was kind of like he wanted to stay in there.
That's gotta be very complicated with how things turned out in the end.
What about Carm?
Your father was there for that one. We were fighting the entire time, and the hospital, fucking mess. It was as if every person in the world decided to have labor at that exact second. He kept asking for a sedative, like he was about to give birth, and he was panicking, and he freaked me the fuck out. And then Carmen, he took so long. It was so hard and so scary because he kept getting stuck and they just kept having to move me. And I remember they were moving me all these positions, and then at one point I think they had me like fucking upside down or something. I don't even remember.
God, it's kind of wild because these births, they kind of, in an interesting way, represent what happened to them or the way they operate in life in a way.
Told, you know, boys are easier.
Are they easier?
I don't think any of it's easier. Just all hurts the same. Do it. He. Now
He, like the way she like does it is hilarious.
look on the monitor. See, it's working.
Cause she's like kind of doing it like this fuck you kind of way until she starts doing it seriously.
Let me rub your back. You know what? Have your dad's ass.
What the
Like your dad. You had a nice ass.
Jesus fucking Christ! Oh my God.
Yeah, I get you anything like a snack.
Sorry, I'm just still fucking reeling over having Dad's ass.
Do you know what I fucking loved?
What?
Ice chips.
Okay.
Can I get you some?
Yeah, please get me some. Thank
I
you.
will. I'm gonna go get them.
Okay.
Okay. Let me go get them.
The fuck is ice chips?
Ooh.
I'm glad that they're here together. I feel like maybe they needed this.
You can just let it dissolve in your mouth.
Oh, it's just literally ice.
If you were to guess how much longer you think the whole...
Well, however long it takes. Hold on.
I mean, it's such a non-answer. I mean, like, you have really no way of knowing.
Yes, I'm coming. Nurse Joe, we have a baby down in room 2. We're opening the OR for a possible crash. Please assist.
Oh. No.
Yeah. I think I want the Pitocin. You know, I think it's probably the right choice. And maybe an epidural, too.
Give me all the things, please.
Make my hand cold and put it on your forehead. See how that feels. That feel good?
Yeah. What did you think I wasn't saying before?
That you didn't want me around.
I just didn't want all the stuff you bring with you.
You haven't tried to put that stuff away.
Yeah.
It's not easy.
I bet. I'm glad you're trying.
I wonder if she's gonna find out about the restaurant opening at all, if that's ever gonna come up again, or at all, for that matter.
I don't want her scared. Like I was scared.
I scared you.
You scared all of us.
Oh, that's terrible.
It's a lot. I don't remember your mom.
You don't want to.
I feel like everybody's mad at me all the time. I ask people if they're all right way too much.
Oh yeah, she knows. She definitely knows.
If someone feels sick, I start to feel sick.
I'm like that, and the way other people feel leads on to me so easily and quickly.
I feel like Pete's gonna leave me.
Why would Pete leave you?
I'm just telling you, these are the things that I think about.
Okay,
a
but
lot.
that's
Mom.
irrational.
No.
It's irrational.
Okay, but it's exhausting too. I always put you first.
Oh, that's sweet.
No, it isn't sweet. It's fucked up, Mom. I'm always trying to make you happy. I'd make myself sick to make you feel better. Do you understand that?
I do, and I can never forgive myself for that.
I'm not asking you to. I don't need that. I'm just, you asked me why I didn't tell you. I just don't want her to feel the way that I felt.
Oh, she won't.
You don't know that.
Oh, I do. I do.
I love orange soda. I'm sorry, that's what it made me think of.
I just want her to be okay.
She's gonna be okay. She's gonna be fine.
And I want to be good. I really want to be good.
Good.
Come on. Come on. Ooh. Ooh. Ee. Ee. Oh. It really hurts. It really hurts. It hurts. I definitely need the epidural. Oh my God. This is so fucking weird. Oh my God.
Weird.
I'm happy you're here.
Me too.
Me too. Again, I really needed this, I think.
Tell me about me.
Oh no.
What do you
This one scares me.
It was beautiful. I wasn't due. For a few days, it's a really vivid dream. But you know those kind of dreams where you're just doing normal stuff, but things are like super detailed? Yeah, I was in the city, and it wasn't Chicago, and it wasn't New York. It was some sort of hybrid city. And there was a fish tank. It was this giant fish tank, like a mega, like a dentist office kind of mega fish tank. And I was just staring at it.
What?
And this time, all of a sudden, I noticed that the glass started to come apart like it was going to split. But I wasn't worried because I knew that more people were going to get to see these beautiful fish. And then I woke up and I was sweating and my water had broke.
And she was
And
in the
made
tank.
my way to the hospital and she put on this beautiful song. And then Natalie.
Again, all of her experiences with her children kind of reflect in their children's lives.
You're beautiful.
What song?
Hold, please. Hold. No, I know how to drive. Okay, just hold on.
No. No. Hey, finally.
I parked in a handicap spot, but there were tons, and I'll go move it. But the guy was like, I was like, my wife's in labor. And he's like, go. Dee Dee.
I love you.
I love you too. What do I do?
Just stand next to her.
Hey, Mrs. B.
Hey, what took so long?
The phones were off. Is everybody okay?
Yeah, I hope so.
You're a great one now.
Can you imagine?
You're gonna be a good one.
Oh, yeah, I can.
Don't you dare. Fuck off, man. I just want to know that she gets through everything okay, man. We had the crash cart for one down the hall, and I don't know. I'm just so concerned something bad is going to happen. I just want to see it through, man. I just want to get to the end of the line. I just want to know we're out the other side of the tunnel. It's like that situation where you're just, and maybe this is just a me thing, like when you're going through a tunnel, like that cuts through a mountain, or hell, those tunnels that go under the sea, the bays or the rivers or whatever, and you're underwater, but you're in a tunnel. Either way, you're in a tunnel, either with mountain on top of you or water or whatever. And you're just like, anxiety, man, just breathe. Sometimes you're even holding your breath, waiting just to get to the other side. Don't let anything happen. Don't let any cracks in this wall kind of show themselves and give way. I just want to get out the other side of the tunnel. That's what I felt like, man. From that moment she went out, I've been feeling that vibe. I just feel like I don't know. Maybe I've just seen, like I said before, like maybe I've just seen too many other shows where we just got to throw you these twisted, messed up curveballs that I'm not going to feel content or relieved until we're through this. And I just was wanting this to be through this in this episode. But I guess we're going to hold off on that, aren't we? All that aside, Natalie's here, and of course, nobody answered. And I like that that's a way that it forced her and her mother together. And through the act of becoming a mother herself, she has to connect with hers. So there's a lot of thematic tie-ins that are circling these things together, because all of this was happening, all of this up until this point, every decision she's made when it comes to this baby and the information surrounding it, obviously because she didn't let her know about the pregnancy, it just kind of happened by accident thanks to Pete letting that slip. I don't know if I remember right, but I'm pretty sure he didn't even realize that she wasn't aware about that she hadn't been told. Again, if I remember right, he didn't even know that she didn't know. She just doesn't want her child to grow up with the bullshit that she grew up with. She doesn't want to instill that herself, and she also is afraid of Dee Dee kind of having that trickle down onto them as well because of what growing up with her was like. You know, she's always felt this need, this desire, like she said, to make her mother happy, because when she saw her, she very rarely seems to have been. She had a lot of this baggage that she is carrying around herself, and then that would trickle down at everybody else. I mean, the the one family dinner that we saw was very evident of that. You know, it was very chaotic. It was very toxic. It was not a lovely environment. They've had a strained relationship ever. I mean, not just since then, like the entire time almost. The only peace that they had was when she was a child, when she was born, you know? And very much so akin, like I said earlier in the reactions, each of the experiences Dee Dee had with the children, like their births kind of encompass and represent the kid themselves. You know, Mikey, like she said, he got all twisted. He got all contorted in there, almost as if, you know, by the tail end of it, he didn't even want to leave. You know, much like his life turned out, he got twisted, caught up, rattled around, and he returned. You know, the whole thing was he didn't want to be born. That was the idea. He didn't want to go into the world, and thus, once everything kind of got swept up in the chaos of it, he himself became stuck, and he exited. Carmi was, you know, his father was there on top of that, making everything a shitstorm. You know, it was chaotic, it was wild, it was painful, it was kicking, screaming, it was just chaos, you know, and then that's just, you know, he got stuck, he's got halted, there's all these different things, and that's just indicative of Carmi's entire nature, his sense of self, the way he operates and navigates the world. It's just that. And then Natalie, flip side of that, it was one preceded by this surreal dream. The only thing that she remembers next is her being born. There was the beauty of it. And Natalie, being like the most grounded and rooted of the three, is also the most kind of in touch with herself about trying to like break these cycles of toxicity. So like that's just so indicative of her as a character also. I was so worried about what that was going to entail, but I don't know. I just like that as well. But hers being a peaceful one, it made me, again, feed it into my irrational fear. I like that. I connected with her a lot, man, with her like level of empathy, because like the other people's moods will infect mine. If you're happy, I'll be happy. If you're feeling pretty fucking shitty, guess what? I'm going to be feeling shitty. That energy just radiates off of people, and I will absorb that. That's one of the main reasons, too, I think that she's so gung-ho about, you know, with this situation, keep Dee Dee out of the mix. She doesn't want her to feel what she's feeling to feel the feel, and that translate downward, passing that on as she fears. She doesn't want to infect her child with any of that, as no one really does. I love that whole idea to her and the irrational fears, you know, all these things, and the, you know, her even being afraid that Pete's going to leave her, just like connecting in all of this way that she's just so concerned about everything outside of herself. You know, it's just indicative of the way she was also like raised in that household, you know, like she came off the tail end there, and she just wanted her mom to be fucking happy, proud of her, all these things, and she felt like she could never win, blah, 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 and on and on. But her having this peaceful birth almost made me worry that like what that peacefulness is, she just as well. I was so worried that, especially with the mentioning of someone down the line hemorrhaging and them needing a crash cart for the baby that just came, I was just like, she's not gonna die in labor, right? That would suck. My concern about the fucking car in the last episode to this, man, I just want us to, like I said, it's the tunnel effect, man. I just want to be on the other side of this. I want to know that everything is okay, that we're through this, that everybody's going to be okay, that Natalie's going to be okay, that the baby's going to be okay. Oh. And then I got worried about Dee Dee, with her walking around, finally getting to have this heart-to-heart with her daughter. And at least, I don't know how much, because we haven't seen any of it. She says she's been trying to work on leaving that baggage behind. We know she tried to come to the bear, but she just couldn't stomach going inside. She didn't want to ruin it. She wanted to be the thing that infected this good thing that her kids have done for themselves. You know, she feels like a plague upon them. And that's been Natalie's entire perception of her. And that's just, you know, she's like, I kind of have an idea why you didn't tell me. But they had that conversation. And, you know, it wasn't just unspoken words. Like, they brought that into reality and confronted it together, which is something they needed to do, I feel like. But it does seem like that during this time, Dee Dee has been, I mean, I don't know. I don't know if she hasn't. She says she's been trying to work on burying that baggage, working on herself, or at least she's at this point in her life where where she is. All the kids are out of the house. You know, the only person she had at the time was Mikey. So with him gone, all she has is her own self to reflect upon, to look at, examine, and, you know, then the loneliness that comes with that, and the, like, what, you know, she probably has done a lot of reflecting since then. And at least, even if she's not, she's probably very astutely aware of the way that she's kind of affected her kids. Them having this moment, because her relationship, especially Natalie, and her perception and her view and her feelings towards her mother being what they are, you know, they both needed this, you know. Even Carmi, before, he knew that she wants it, but she doesn't. I don't know. It's like this catch-22 when it comes to all of their previous interactions, you know. He was like, it's probably be better if she doesn't show up. As much as Natalie wants her to be here, it probably in the end would be best. But you're always wanting the approval. You're always wanting to be accepted. You always want these things, even sometimes if you know that chances are it's not going to work out for you. You know, I've been in very, very many situations like that with people within my own family. And I've seen it a lot in other people's, you know. It's just how it should be with some people, man. I don't know. I'm just glad that they had this little moment to connect over parenthood itself. You know, she may not have been perfect, even though they talked about her own mother, you know, Natalie's grandmother. Just how these cycles kind of perpetuate, and how she's trying so hard not to let that affect her kid. You know, and then that's what everybody just really wants at the end of the day. Is just sometimes, you know, just simply doesn't happen. Sometimes you can't get out of those cycles, you know. But I like that they're able to connect over this concern, this want, this love, and this shared experience that now they both have. And now that she can kind of connect with her on that level, she, you know, she opens up, she asks her about her experiences, where at first she was very just, you're the only person that showed up. She was very not happy about having to rely on her mother to even be here in this moment. As much as she wants her approval, wants to make her happy, and wants to do all these things, I think it's also because, in a way, that she feels like she's always been a little bit of a hindrance or an anchor. Anyway, long story short, they needed to hash this out. They needed this moment. They needed this connection to kind of work through some of this stuff. And I got a little bit worried that Dee Dee might be, you know, when she walked away, like, you know, she was here for this. Once Pete showed up, that's when she kind of distanced herself. She was here as long as she was needed. But then, you know, like, she was out there crying on her own. I think she was like, okay, I did my job. I know she didn't want me here to begin with. I thought she was just going to kind of leave the hospital altogether. Thankfully, she's still out there in the waiting room. The facts showed up and comforted her, and seems like she's going to be sticking around. I thought she was going to be like, okay, I'm here because nobody else would be. I know you don't like it. I'm blah, 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 blah. Even though they had all these like sweet little moments, I thought for a second, like with the restaurant, she was going to see herself out and remove herself from the equation, kind of backpedal from any of that healing, or just avoid it altogether, except that maybe she's not supposed to be here, if that makes sense. I just felt bad seeing her walk away like that. And the moment Pete showed up, that she felt like, okay, her job was done. And while it is to an extent, and, you know, he deserves that time with her, it just felt like she was walking away again. Maybe not of her own choice, but what maybe she thinks Natalie needs right now. She had enough of me, when they had some pretty great moments together. Working through this, her passing on her knowledge, her experiences, you know, 180 Natalie from the way she was beginning to the middle of this, once, you know, Pete showed up. You know, she wanted to do all these different things, blah, 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 avoid all these other things, blah, 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 blah. And she's like, hey, listen, you're going to want this, that, that, do the he. And every time she just was pushing back, because she wanted to do it her way. She wanted to avoid any of that. She, let alone, she didn't want to take any advice from her mother over all this stuff, because that's part of the problem to begin with. And then, all in all, she started kind of to give throughout the episode, and those walls, those barriers often crumbled around until we got to where we were. And I think that too was a great kind of encapsulation of them coming together, because in the end, it became more about them coming together, you know, with the ice chips, with the back rubs, with the dad ass, with all the other stuff, the stories, the heart to hearts, you know, it was them breaking down these walls, because all of these things were, in a way, her trying to, again, shield her kid from everything that she's worried is going to infect them in a way, or affect them in a way. I just thought that was all really well done. And for also being very solely focused on these two up until, you know, the book ends, the entry point with her in the car, which again, I know fucking the US healthcare system being what it is, calling an ambulance sucks, man. It sucks, dude. Especially when you end up paying that shit back. And yeah, it's not fun, but I feel like in a situation like this, it would have gotten her there a little more reliably than her fighting traffic on her own by herself like this while going through these contractions after a water breaking and all this kind of shit. I would have probably called an ambulance and bit the bullet on that one. All the same, you know, we're the outside of the entry to this episode and the exit, you know, it was just those two at the hospital, you know, playing off of one another, really getting in to this scene work, this kind of deep mother-daughter like exchange that has all of these different layers to it. And the way they explored those just within this locked off setting between these two was just so beautifully done. These two are so good. You know, they killed it. Both of them killed it in this episode. And then I like that little moment between Pete and Dee Dee at the end too, kind of echoing and mirroring a little bit of them on the street side outside of the Bear when she showed up for the grand opening or whatever. Or well, showed up outside of the grand opening rather. I like seeing that, you know, him expressing his concern, gratitude, looking to her for advice for himself as well. You know, him sharing his love for her and all that, and just everybody else kind of showing up, and just the way the facts were there to comfort her as well. I don't know. I'm hoping that maybe with everything that's gone on in the past and everything that happened with Mikey, that maybe this can be a path forward for the family to start to maybe hash things out and heal, while Carmy's also kind of still stuck, kind of spinning his wheels. We need to get some things moving, but who knows? Who really knows at the end of the day? But I'm glad that we're here. I just want to know that we're on the other side of it. And we are yet to be on the other side of it, though. We got 2 episodes left. I don't know what the big hook, the crash is going to be, the big whatever for the season is going to be. But we got the penultimate next week and then the final episode, and we will be completely caught up and ready to go whenever the next season actually comes out. So we'll be watching that live when it comes out. We'll be out of the Bear, man, and moving on to whatever wins the poll at the end of the day. But from here, man, I hope the baby's born in the next episode. I hope nothing bad happens. I mean, in this episode, all we had was Natalie, Dee Dee, Pete, and the 2 facts. Outside of that, we didn't really check in with everybody else. So I don't know if, you know, she almost called Claire, but her car's assistant didn't understand what she said and tried to call the restaurant instead, heard the Bear instead of Claire. But she was willing to reach out to Claire, and Claire is also a motif, a little thing that keeps coming back all throughout this season as well, that we still haven't also addressed. So I don't know if it's going to be something with Claire, something with Carmy. I mean, Sydney still hasn't signed the agreement. We don't know if she's going to go off, she's going to go away, she's going to stay. We don't know what she's going to do. I don't know what the thing is going to be to close this season out, man. It's kind of got me a little nervous, a little anxious, but show's been fantastic so far, so we'll just kind of ride it out, guys. I don't really have too much else to say about this one, man. Yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and leave it there and pass it off to you all, so sound off the comments. Let me know your thoughts down below. We'll carry the conversation after the video. Hope you enjoyed the reaction. If you did, leave a like, drop a comment, subscribe if you're not already. Remember, if you want to see the full-length reaction, as always, you can check it out over on Patreon, or if you're a member of the channel, gives you access as well. And speaking of before you go, I want to shout out our channel legends: Manny, Sherritt, York, Scott, Robert, Anguiano, Jeffrey L, Jake Cottrell, Eric Official, Casey Wood, Russell Crockett, and Watchtower. Thank you guys so much for continued support. But that's it for this video, guys, and I'll see you all in the next one. Take care, everybody.